So as artists, we want to create a portfolio of our work. It's a great way to present our work, and it's a great way to bring it together so we can see what we're doing in its entirety, that we're not just working project by project, piece by piece. So I'm going to demonstrate how to set up your digital portfolio using Google Sites. And this demonstration is beginning with digital photography, but the same steps will apply whether you're in an art class or art history class. So we're going to use Google Sites, and that's going to be our first step. I'm going to click into a tab. I'm already logged into my school email, and I go over to this waffle. I click here, and I find my Google Sites icon. And these can be moved and rearranged. And I mention that because your icon for sites might be in a different place than mine. It's going to be in this waffle, but it can be in a different order. So here's sites. So I'm going to click on that. And these are sites that I've created, but we're going to do a new one. So it's as easy as clicking the plus sign. And I feel like I'm almost halfway there. Here's my site. It has a banner that I can edit. And then here's a blank page. And I can use these content blocks to begin to design it. But let's go to the banner. Let's click here. And I'm going to call this Mr. Doyle's portfolio. And I'd hope you do something similar. Then something I'd like you to do is this banner is a little impersonal. So let's add an image. And that's right here, very easy to do. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to upload an image. And I'm going to go to my downloads. That's where I have some images. And I actually have a additional folder called Photos. And this is where I'm going to grab my images for this demonstration. And I love elephants, so I'm going to use this image. There we go. And so there is my image. If your image is too light or too dark, what will happen is Google will automatically adjust the contrast. And so that's what these three little stars are. And just so you can see it, this would be what the photo looks like normally without adjustment. And this is with the adjustment. Next, I want to put an artist statement and a photograph of myself on this first page. And so it's very simple to do. What Google has done is it's already pre-designed some page layouts. And all I have to do is find one I like. And I like this one with the image and with text. And I just click and hold and drag it over here. And so that's this page setup. What I want you to do is I want you to write an artist statement for your first page. And just for efficiency, I've already written an artist statement, and I actually wrote two so you can have your own style. Here's my first artist statement. It's a little bit long, but I'm going to copy and paste it. And I wrote it in Word so I could first edit it and check spelling. So Command C for me to copy it. I'm going to go over to my page and Command V. So take a moment and pause the screen to read this one. And the reason why I suggest that, this is a very formal one. I refer to myself sort of in the third person, and this can be quite impressive. It sounds very official, you know. Michael Doyle has been involved in the arts his entire life. This is a nice way to present yourself. I encourage you to consider that. take yourself seriously if you want other people to take yourself seriously. And then you would add a photo of yourself. At the moment, I don't have any photos of myself. So that's one way you could do this. Let me share this. I'm going to take the same content block and put one here. I also wrote a more student-friendly high school, perhaps languaged artist statement for myself, Command C. And I'm going over to my site, Command V. And this is more, hi, my name is Michael. And so you decide what tone you'd like to do. So we have our first page, which is our artist statement. And again, I'd like you to add a photo. And then we're going to start adding pages for each project. So I'm going to go over to this menu over here. This is where I've been editing some of this page. And I'm now going to go to pages and I'm going to add more. So here's my home page. That's what I'm on. And to add a page, I just hit the plus. So again, I'm over at this. I was on insert and we're going to add a page. So we go to page. We'll add a page. And for this page in this demonstration, I'm doing for photography. So it's going to be our leading lines. Leading lines. And it's that simple. I now have created a new page. And so it titles it for me Leading Lines, and it adds it to this menu up here. I can now go click on Home, Leading Lines, and here's my leading lines. To help distinguish it, I'd like to change the banner. So here's Image, Upload. And again, I sort of prepped some of these. So I've got a leading lines photograph, and I'm going to use that. There you go. Very nice. Now I want to start designing this page or inserting things. So what I'm going to do is I've created the page. Now I can go to Insert to start designing the page again. And it's going to be very similar. I'm going to click this content block, put it here, and here I'd like to write a reflection. And then we want to add a photo. So this is a photo frame. I'm going to click here. I'm going to upload a photo. And this is my leading lines page. So I'm going to select a photo and open it. And I chose this photo because, and you could write that, or to take this photo, I had to, just some sort of reflection like that. And we're going to, for this specific assignment, place 3 photos. So we can do this 3 times. Oh, I think I grabbed a little too much there. There we go. And so I can add that. And if you do want to create a little visual rhythm, I believe you can drag and, oops, move that over. Or perhaps not. All right, guys. Now, the last step. This is how to set up a digital portfolio using Google Sites. We use photography for this one, but it's going to be the same steps, whether it's art history or art. This is all sort of unsaved. And what I have to do is I have to publish it. And here I can give it a name of Doyle's website portfolio. So that's going to be the name of my site, and I'm going to publish it. And once I publish it, I can now copy the link. This is the link. I copy it, and this is what you would submit to me in Canvas. One important thing to note is that if I make a change, like let's say I decide I don't want this photo, that link that you just submitted still shows the old site. Any change you make, you have to publish. See the change? Publish it. And then again, share the new URL link. Otherwise, that it's like turning in a sheet of paper. It doesn't change unless you give the teacher a new sheet of paper with your updates. All right, guys, this is going to be really fun, really productive, and I'm excited to see your portfolios.